It's quite exciting, the advances in technology now that can support recruiters in many various ways to find more staff or process applicants more efficiently. The most obvious one is applicant tracking systems, and I'm going to talk about them next separately. But I'd like to consider a few others that are also useful and are available now. One of them is automated interview booking software. So it's becoming more and more common, if you look to book an appointment at a physiotherapist or a doctor, that you get a choice of times online and you can book or rebook. And we're seeing that technology, that software, starting to be used in the care sector, because a lot of wasted time is spent phoning people to book in an interview time and then them deciding that actually they've agreed to that when they were busy walking around the shops with their child and they can't make that time after all. So what you can do is very simply send them a link to say, we're confirming this booking time, but if it's not right, click on the link and you can choose a time that suits you. So all the manager needs to do is set aside times that they're available, and then those are shown to the applicant who is looking to rebook. So that could be something, and you can Google those, there are many of them out there now and they're not very expensive. That could really help address some of the no-show issues we have. Also, I'm finding more and more, if you go online to a care provider's website, you might find a pop-up chat box that asks you if you're interested in looking for care or looking for work. And some of those are automated or what's called intelligent, that they'll ask certain questions and then pass the applicant over once they have a certain amount of early information already. But I think these are quite good to consider as well, because we want to find a range of ways that people can interact with you. And some people might feel more comfortable with a chat box than they would on the phone, or they might prefer that as an initial inquiry rather than completing an application form when they're only really interested to find out a little bit more. They're not ready to apply yet. So those systems, again, not very expensive and do open up options. Of course, many of us have been using desktop-based SMS software that allows us to send texts to people's phones without having to peck away at our own mobile phone. And of course, the mobile phone is one of the most commonly used technologies for care workers, and therefore technologies that involve the mobile phone are becoming really exciting. And in fact, one I'd like to mention is an app that we're seeing. There's several versions now, and I think it's coming to social care. It hasn't quite arrived yet, but I'm seeing it in other sectors, and that is an employee referral app. And that allows you as an employee to access your Facebook contacts, for example, and send information about a job with the company to individuals with the minimum of effort that you think are highly suitable for a care role. And it'll give you a little leaderboard. It might give you points that you can collect towards a prize of some sort, and it'll show you how you're doing and the status of the application. So very exciting. I think we'll see these being used more and more. And because we know employee referrals are the best source of candidates in care, I'm really excited to see how those apps perform. And the final technology I'd like to mention at this stage is psychometric screening. It's the ability to take information about someone's personality and their workplace attitude and behaviours, and perhaps their values, and to record that very simply early on to give you a better picture and a deeper insight of the person before interview. And it can also generate questions to help you in the interview ask very targeted and probing questions of that person to get to the bottom of their suitability for the job. But let's have a deeper look now at the applicant tracking system, which is really gathering momentum in the sector.